Welcome back. In this video I'm going to show you how to transform these pants into a matching outfits for two girls. So let's get started. First I'm going to cut the pants and transfer into a short dover piece. Dover two pieces, I'm going to cut it into the seam. Then I'll fold it back. Then I'm gonna take the dress from my daughter and then I'm gonna fold it in half to find the center of the front and the back side. Then I'll pin it, and I just need to draw the contour of the neckline and the arm. I'm gonna leave a little space from the straps because we're gonna add straps to the dress. And then with my removable pen, I'm gonna draw the line. This is our front part. Next, I'm gonna measure from the shoulder to the waist, so I'm gonna leave 1 inch extra up because we're gonna have a strap, and then I'll mark the waistline. I'm gonna leave 1/4 and cut it. I'll make sure to mark the front part with F so I'm not gonna confuse them, just in case. Then I'll place the back side on the side seam to see how far is from armhole to the waist, and I'm gonna cut it exactly same length. So now this is our front and this is our back side. First I'm gonna sew the sides and then I'll show you next. For easy sewing, I'm gonna pin them together. And now we can serge the sides. You can leave it as it is right now, but I wanted to make an open back. So I'm gonna match the side seam one more time and fold it in half. And then I'm gonna cut it the back side in half. For the back side, I'm gonna add some loops and transfer into adjustable corset. So for the loops, I'm gonna use the ribbon that we're gonna cut it the 2.5 inches length. It will be sewn on one side and other side as well. And for the straps and the ribbon that will adjust the corset is gonna be a different one. So let's get started. So before making a corset, I want to attach the skirt. Usually you choose one of the color from the pattern, if you do have. I'm gonna choose the yellow since you have yellow flowers. I cut it two lengths of the fabric. As you see, one is longer and the second ruffle, which is gonna be on the top of the dress, it's a little shorter. So I'm gonna place them both and we will have to make a ruffle all together. After you pin them together, we're gonna make a stitch on the biggest step on your sewing machine. If you want to adjust the thread, then you choose the one from the bottom and then you can pull, and that way we can make it more ruffled or adjusting the length. Now we are ready to sew the skirt to the top. But make sure the right part is facing the right part of the top. I'm gonna leave a ½ inch at the end just in case unsewn, because we wanted to serge the corset part and then fold it. So let's pin it first, but when you're gonna sew, make sure you leave ½ inch from the edge. Since my skirt fabric is not super stretchy, I'm gonna leave it a little larger, and then you'll see when I'm gonna pull the top part, you will see how it will adjust. But still make sure you don't pull too much, because it might cause the kind of like a wrinkle on the top part as well. This is why, just in case we're adding the elastic, so it will pull exactly the length that we need on the waistline. Let's start working on a corset and get ready the ribbons. First leave 1/4 from up, and then I'll mark every inch. Make sure to start 1/4 from the top. After all loops are done, we're gonna turn and do the top stitch. Now I'm gonna mark with the other side and mark the distance of the loops, so it will be similar. If your fabric is light color, you can mark with removable pen, or if your fabric is darker, then you can mark with chalk. Now let's sew the strap. First I'm gonna take the strap and then I'm gonna place it in the middle. And then we have 1/4 from one side and 1/4 allowance from our side. And top stitch it. You can also serge the edges, or if you have the cover stitch machine, then you can use that. Our straps is done, and now we have to sew the edges. If you have a zigzag, you can use a zigzag. If you have a cover stitch, or serge and top stitch. But before you top stitch, make sure you are putting some fusible so the fabric wouldn't stretch that much when we're gonna sew it. And now after we put fusible, we can easily fold it and do the stitch. If you got a little curved line, don't worry, you can just press it a little bit and then it will be perfect. Before adding the zipper, I'm gonna finish the roll hem for the top ruffle and then we can start next. So as you see, the first layer is finished with the top stitch, and this one is not yet because we didn't close the skirt line. This is our zipper and we're gonna sew the zipper. Now we can easily close the waistline. And the elastic, you can leave it like that, or I wanted to actually turn it and top stitch it so it will be comfortable for her body. And as you see, I'm gonna do a little top stitch. Now match the waistline and mark how long the zipper is, and then everything else you have to sew it. Now we're gonna just press it, as you see, one side and other side. That way will be much easier for us to sew the zipper. And now we are ready to actually pin the zipper to the skirt and sew it with top stitch. Okay, our zipper is pinned and now we have to sew the top stitch all around. Make sure you change the foot on sewing machine. At the edge, make sure you pull the feet up, then the slider goes on our side, and then you can sew all around. The edge of the zipper, I'm gonna add some fabric so it wouldn't bother her. Now when the dress is ready, the zipper is on, we just need to finish the last piece of the hem. It's same roll hem, you fold it 1 and twice a quarter. And this is our final dress. She loved it so much. I hope you really liked the video. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, and thank you so much for watching.